Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic.
And I am most evil life worm.
And this is another reaction to RWBY, Season 6, Episode 7. As always, the reaction itself you can find if you go down into the descriptions, follow the link, replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots, and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear us out about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back...
Welcome back!
Exactly. So, very short one, but there was a bit in, right?
It was very interesting. I love the Grim Reaper section about Maria.
That was great. I mean, there was a bit confusion in the beginning, like, I thought maybe it's with Team RWBY and they have to cross a bridge because it looked a bit like the area, you know, snow and stone. So I thought it's about them. Then we realized it's someone else, so we had the discussion, maybe Winter Maiden, right? And then it was pretty clear it should be her by the weapons she's using. So
and the skulls and everything.
Exactly. So she somehow likes the skulls.
Well, her name is the Grim Reaper.
Yeah,
so.
very fitting. And it's cool to hear. So I like that the creation of the original weapon of Crow, which is why RWBY made herself a scythe, is inspired by the Grim Reaper. So it went Maria, Crow, RWBY. Very nice. And once again, the option to show off some cool size. In this case, smaller versions, right?
Well, I still think it's basically a full size, double-sided.
Yeah, it's just a shortened version.
It's too big for a sickle.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So they have this very cool ability, like magnetism, something like that, that draws them to each other, which she uses very efficiently. That's a cool ability. I'm a bit sad that she lost her eyes there, because that could be a nice spin-off, you know? Like the adventurers of...
of the Grim Reaper.
And she could tell stories about it. I mean, she still could. That's the ending. We don't know what happened before, so... just as an option. So there's someone who sent those four, in the end, assassins. They are not... I mean, one of them is quite skilled.
Yeah.
The other three are more like henchmen. You know, the typical henchman problem. But the one is really, really powerful with this very nice ability. So the one thing...
Well, its teeth. The teeth were interesting.
Yeah.
And it said...
Like metal, right?
Yeah, like screws. They said, I think, in the short little ending description. And the ability that he or she has 60 seconds, like a shield, like it looked also like this. I mean, it looked like this was a furnace.
Yes, clearly.
And it looked like, okay, this was like scales, and I would assume that it's like, okay, for this 60 seconds, they become more or less invincible or not attackable, like a shield.
I'm not sure about if it is just that. I think... I guess it is more like a complete body boost, like faster, stronger, you know, a complete boost effect. That it had defensive abilities as well, this effect, sure, you could see that, but I think it would have, or it has improved her abilities as well.
I think it was more of a shield, because the whole animation thing where it was like a zzzt, like a shield,
yes.
Instead of like you know, like that I'm getting stronger in general.
But that would mean very likely that, I mean, there are two options. One thing is it's her ability, and whysoever it is bound to this clock. I mean, we have seen stuff like that.
It lasts 60 seconds. She just has this ability or can just keep it up for 60 seconds.
So we have seen stuff like that, mainly Velvet. So she has her ability only combined with making photographs. So maybe it's that. If not, and her ability would have been something else, it would mean that you have like artifacts or like created stuff that gives you additional abilities. Bound dust, as we've seen. And in this case, a defensive shield artifact, which looks like...
I don't think it's boosted. It's just like, okay, you have this ability, but at this point in time, it was only she was only able to keep it up for 60 seconds and to track this.
She has this to know. Yeah,
that's also why she was so relieved that it was over within this time.
Well, bad call. And I mean, we knew what would happen there. I mean, first, one thing we knew that Maria would survive. The hit that it cost her both eyes. That's a harsh thing. I asked myself who sent her. I mean...
Well, Salem.
I guess so as well, but that means that already in this time, Salem was looking out for her Grimm.
Well, she was looking out for Silver Eyes. I mean, this is also the reason...
We've dealt with their kind in the past.
Right.
That was what Hazel said. I remember that.
And it was also that Summer Rose was killed because of her Silver Eyes. So, clearly it's Salem, who was the person.
I asked myself who Hazel was referring to, because he was not there at this time of the Grim Reaper, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't around at the time when when Summer Rose died. So he seems to have been there when someone else with Silver Eyes was taken out.
He could be around when Summer Rose died, though.
I don't think so, no.
He
just
looks
by
like,
the time doesn't fit.
No, but I mean, he looks like the age... He could be in the age of her father, even a little bit older.
Okay, possible. I don't think so. But it seems... I mean, it makes sense that... I want to say Raven. Salem is hunting everyone with Silver Eyes down. Which makes sense. I think it's not so much because she cares about her Grimm.
It's also
it's more like that it's dangerous.
It's also hinting for the weak point.
Yes.
We had it discussed before, that Oz cannot defeat Salem because he has not the ability to do so, but Salem is aware that there is something which could defeat her, which would be the Silver Eyes, so she hunts down everyone who has those Silver Eyes.
Yes.
Which I wonder why she is not intending to kill RWBY. Because she was sending out everyone to kill those with Silver Eyes, but not RWBY. And Cinder specifically said that she should not kill RWBY.
I think it is more about the development of Cinder. I think Salem went for Cinder has to evolve, has to develop herself, and not about abilities only, but about self-control. Not giving into anger and stuff like that. So she needs to stand back and not go for what she wants. She has to think for the greater good, or bad in this case. Maybe I think this is more what it is, and we don't know if Salem is
Salem would actually give her this task just for that Cinder could improve.
Yes.
No.
I mean, we have seen that Salem even said like, Cinder needs some time alone now. She was not angry. She was not really...
but I mean, Salem is very strategic, and Salem is strategic to a level. RWBY is a bigger threat than compared to Cinder's development.
I don't know. I really don't know. The fact that the theory that Salem might be hurt by Silver Eyes is just that, a theory, and we have no clear statement anywhere.
We have that RWBY actually defeated this very powerful dragon, Grimm. This was a super powerful dragon, and she is not trained. And
cannot die.
She cannot die, but she can be maybe hurt. Maybe she can actually die. Maybe she can lose her full form. Maybe she can lose all her powers. Maybe that's what Silver Eyes do.
We don't know. Once again,
and maybe Salem can be defeated in the way that she becomes a regular human.
What I still guess is that the option is to kind of capture Salem. Her main power. She has two main powers. One power is the fact that she cannot die, which is a major thing because that makes her special, given by the gods. The other one is that she has the magic powers of a first world user.
And if Silver Eyes could drain that power,
exactly,
she could be still okay. You are immortal. You can not be
And
killed,
then you could chain her, and that's it.
But basically, what do you want to do without powers?
Exactly. I think this is what this all is going for, trying to capture Salem. To chain her, to imprison her.
I don't even think that you need to imprison her, because as soon as she is not a threat anymore in the sense of her powers...
That's the question, if you can take those powers somehow.
That's why I said, okay, I think that's what basically Silver Eyes do, because I think currently her powers are bound to her Grimm being, let's say that, because she became a Grimm. She was not a Grimm from the original.
I mean, she was created... It said in the episode, she was created thus the pool of destruction could not destroy her. It created instead a being of destruction.
And the Silver Eyes destroy the Grimm.
Sure.
Fraction.
So the main question is, will if Silver Eyes hit her, will it turn her back into what she was before? Which is still a very upset, then blonde girl with magic powers and being immortal. Not having the powers of a Grimm anymore, however. Or will it really destroy all powers? So the Grimm powers and the magic powers.
The thing
of the
is,
first
becoming a Grimm, or when she was going into this pool of darkness, however you want to call it, took away her humanity in the sense of, which takes also away her ability of regret. That's what I think it did. And by taking away or making her human again, basically, she enabled Salem to at least enable her to regret things again, to get to this point of development.
Would be an option as well. Would be a nice ending as well, that the Silver Eyes destroy the Grimm part and she can feel regret again, and then maybe remembers the death of her children. Might be an option as well. I mean, there are many options. The question is how much of the wording that they used is what is real. How much of this is, what is the wording for it, if something is set in stories.
Written in stone? What?
No.
Quoted?
Whatever.
Myths?
No. No. But what I'm meaning is, they said that the pool... the pool couldn't destroy her. He instead created a being of destruction, which would mean she is something new. And then she could be, by that, be influenced by the Silver Eyes. Still not destroyed, because that would go against the gods. And even RWBY shouldn't be able to do that. But in this moment, it would have moved away her humanity. And if you say that the powers from the first world are connected to the humanity, then she would have lost these powers already, and what she is using now is just Grimm magic.
I understood that her as a human with this magic abilities plus the pool created, it fused.
A combination.
Yeah, it's not like it created something completely new. It just made or altered
made
her.
Something.
Right. And this portion, I mean, this was also shown with Cinder, that the Grimm section of Cinder was burned in this case. And since I think something similar happened to Salem, I think maybe also she will be maybe disfigured after that. Maybe she will look like a complete burned being, but she's not dead, which could even be more horrible, actually.
Yeah. You know, the isn't it a Chinese one? There's this. No, it's May You Live in Interesting Times. That's another one. What I meant is being immortal but still aging and having sicknesses and everything, but you cannot die, although you want to die because everything hurts all the time. Okay, so much about this. Nice fight, very well done. Interesting weapons, especially hers, no question there. And she told him the story, so she was so known that even Crow knows. Or for him, it was his childhood hero. It seems a lot like,
a legend.
You know? And then she went into hiding due to that. I asked myself if she has some kind of family. I mean, why not? Why shouldn't she? And then we go for John. So they skip the walking through the wild part, which we had like the last season, like endlessly.
Thank God,
the season before, like there's nothing else happening. And we are in Argus. Which has huge walls. One of my first ideas, I mean, there are two things. One thing is left and right side of the city, there are huge mountains. And the wall is just between. And I'm like, why should anyone jump down these mountains as a Grimm? But okay. The other thing is when they show the wall from the inside and how huge it is. My first thought there was, oh man, like the walls of Jericho. Let's just hope no one has a trumpet. I am not wanting to call bad stuff to happen, but if there's ever anyone in this city mentioning something like, these walls cannot be taken down, then we know they will be taken down.
Yeah,
just
I think
saying.
It's more a symbol of what to expect from
how
Atlas.
Strong, yeah, the defense.
This is more of a foreshadowing of Atlas and how there's this whole stronghold that they will have to get into in the first place.
Which they are not allowed to enter. They just closed the door on them. But we have the Schnee. Nobody cares. Whatsoever.
I'm interested because they went to the military, I think, in the hopes to get help from Ironwood.
Yeah, that they would get contact to Ironwood.
I mean, Crow should have contact to him.
He should have his number, right? I think.
Even if they are not like this or on good terms,
those two not at all.
They are in contact for sure because they are part of basically us inner circle. Yeah. They have contact.
Yes, they have to.
And with all which is going on, and I mean, Ironwood should be aware about the artifacts. He was part of that, the relics, too. So he knows that he is as head of the
Atlas Council
Academy. No, as head of the academy. He is
the military too. So he has 2 spots in the council.
He should be like, as soon as he knows that the relic is in possession of the group, he should be like, okay.
I think it is more that the military there has strict rules to not let anyone in, and they don't even listen to them.
Right. So that's why I said, but Crow should have contact to Ironwood too.
I agree there. So question is why he's not calling, or maybe he's like he changed his number. I don't know. Possibly next time we will hear. Possibly.
Shit, I don't want to have something to do with them.
The other option they always have is by Weiss. You know, she could always call Winter. Pretty sure.
Where is Winter? I think Winter is not in Atlas right now. Yeah, I think we heard that.
Yeah, she was meant to be in Haven, but we haven't seen her there. That's one thing, but she could, if needed, even call her father, and he would take her back for sure. So there are options. We will see. However, we met finally.
I don't think she would call her father. The last time they had contact, it was not.
Oh, like, it went
hey,
really well.
Dad, can you pick me up by Argus right now?
Kisses. Love ya. Best family ever. Yeah, best family ever. Joan of Arc.
Oh, that
Arc
was
family,
cute.
that was great. And the picture on the couch. Help me. So good. So
good. The pigtails.
Yeah. So that seems to be a very entertaining family there. I like the difference in styles of the girls. I mean, it was just a picture, but you could see there was one who was very much like a scientist in the future, and some who is more like, I don't know, an entertainer, a fighter.
Very straightforward, like conquering.
What was it, 8 sisters? 6, 8? Something like that. Something like 6 to 8, somewhere there. Yeah. And the mother, blonde hair as well. No father in the picture. Interesting enough. Oh, which brings me to nice family. So the little boy very much resembles him.
Yeah.
This, in his behavior of
I'm not a baby anymore.
Both of them, yeah. And
he's a baby.
I'm not. And I guess they will get to Atlas by using the wife of his sister.
Yeah, this is that she is a scientist in the or engineer in the communication.
Yes, and they're working together with Atlas in this there. So she will either get them contacts, how they do it, or they will be able to send a message through that to Ironwood. I guess like something like that. It just comes in handy. It's okay. So yeah, it was nice to see a bit more
I like
family
this.
background.
And you know who they blamed them, and you can see who.
Me. Yeah, me. Always. So it was a very short episode, and but it was an entertaining one.
It was informative as well.
Yes.
And we know now that the Maria can do a lot, and I'm still like, okay. Her staff is now
it's still this one. I mean, you could question if you see what it looks like, if it still is the size.
It looks like just one piece of it, though.
It makes no... Exactly, she's one staff only, and it makes no sense that this metal part can fold into the staff. It's just too huge. But then, it's magic, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, the thing is also because you mentioned she should have family. She should have. I mean, she said to RWBY, think about your family, think about the people you love.
She had people she loved. Otherwise, Silvice wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, right.
Then. Yes, that's true. A good, nice catch. I didn't think about that. Yes, makes sense.
So, and then she went into hiding because she feared to be killed.
The question is, what is possible? Typical thing we've seen in many series before in films. If you feel that you are being threatened and people follow you for who you are, many tend to avoid their family, trying to secure them to not bring danger to them.
It was maybe pretty clear, since she is still alive, as soon as the silver eyes are
she's
gone.
No threat more. Yeah.
Right.
And she went into hiding. I mean, she did not do anything anymore. She killed the assassins. So very likely Salem heard of that. Still guessing it's Salem. I think no one else would have had a
I don't
reason
think that
for
everyone was killed. I think, okay, the main one
the
was
others
killed
were just punched out.
Knocked out, yeah.
Knocked out. So, and there was enough blood, possibly one of them realized what happened, and yeah. So, I'm pretty sure, I mean, she's old. Question is if she never fought again.
As far as I understood, she didn't.
So she's out of training and everything, which makes sense that she did not go. She fought very good against the Nevermore, which was a giant Nevermore and looked awesome. Very well done.
And it alone. Took it out alone.
Oh, well, in the end, she took it out by using the silver eyes. But she had it on the ground before. So if she would have chopped a bit, she possibly could have killed it. I mean, they killed it in the past only like that. So always chopping off the head. It's the only option. So yeah. I don't think we will see much fighting from
the shot we have. This looks like in the background it's a head.
Yes, true. Nice. It is the head of the Nevermore.
But it
Pepper is no, I think later on, but it looks very much like that one. Okay. Yeah, well, I think that's it for this time. I did enjoy very much, and we will see each other and you the next time we record a next binge, which will take I guess some weeks. And until then, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic.
And I am Most Evil Lifeform.
Goodbye and out.
Bye.